Barakatuh. Yes, so it is 40 past 8, so inshallah we'll continue for 40 minutes with this Manzoomah of Albiri. And in previous lesson we talked about the background, meaning what was the purpose of the compiling this poetry and who is intended and so on and so forth. And we have taken 10 lines. So let's start with line number 11. هو الأذبل
هو العضب المهند ليس ينبو تصيب به مقاتل من ضربت وكنز لا تخاف عليه لصا خفيف الحمل يوجد حيث كنت يزيد بكثرة الإنفاق منه وينقص إن به كفا شددت فلو قد ذقت من حلواه طعما لآثرت التعلم واجتهدت ولم يشغلك عنه هوى مطاع ولا دنيا بزخرفها فتنت ولا ألهاك عنه أنيق روض ولا خضر بربربه كلفت فقوت الروح أرواح المعاني وليس بأن طعمت وأن شربت. Okay,
let's start with Sulaiman. So he was encouraging his mate, let's say a classmate or so, Abu Bakr. So he's addressing Abu Bakr and encouraging him to seek knowledge. And the background was mentioned is that he said something bad about him or criticized him, and in return say he's not criticizing or taking revenge, rather he's advising him to seek knowledge and be good. And he's saying هو الأذب المهند ليس ينبو. So he's talking about the knowledge. He's saying هو الأذب المهند. Knowledge is a strong sword. الأذب المهند السيف الثقيل القوي, meaning knowledge is a strong sword. ليس ينبو, it's not going to be weakened. ينبو means يذوب. So هو الأذب المهند ليس ينبو. So knowledge is a strong sword and it's not going to be weak. تصيب به مقاتل من ضربت. By the knowledge you can تصيب به مقاتل, meaning yes, you can destroy whoever you want to strike. Meaning with knowledge you can conquer the people, like your opponents, people of bid'ah and people of fitna and fasad, for example. If you have proper knowledge, yes, you can defeat them. Like Ibn Taymiyyah, at his Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, at his time, lot of fitna of Ahlul Kalam and Falasifa and Ashaira and so on and so forth, and Rawafid. So he fought against each of them and defeated. So that's what he's saying. هو الأذب المهند ليس ينبو تصيب به مقاتل من ضربت. Meaning you can sort out things, and with knowledge you can prove your point if you have the dalil. For example, when you say this is halal, this is haram, again you have dalil, then yes, you can shut up the opponent. For example, you are saying this or making a statement, and then you got knowledge and you are bringing the dalil. So by this you can defeat other people and prove your point. وَكَنْزٌ لَا تَخَافُ عَلَيْهِ لِسَّنْ. And knowledge is a treasure that لَا تَخَافُ عَلَيْهِ لِسَّنْ. You are not afraid that is going to be stolen. Lis is the thief. So كَنْزٌ لَا تَخَافُ عَلَيْهِ لِسَّنْ. This is a treasure that you don't fear of theft of knowledge, because it is in your head, in your chest. No one is going to take away the knowledge that you have. As for the other things that you have, they may be stolen. Even let's say in the bank, some people withdraw money, I don't know how they do, and other properties as well, other things that you have, it can be taken away by a thief or robber. So as for the knowledge, لا تخاف ولا لسن. You are not fearful at all that anyone can come and take away the knowledge that you have. It's not possible. Khafiful hamli, and it's easy to carry. You don't have to do anything. Wherever you go, your knowledge is with you. As for the other things, you have to pack, and they are heavy. And subhanAllah, when we go India and we come back, we suffer. Because the weight is limited, and at the time of packing, you have to reduce this, you have to reduce that, you have to take away this, because you want to keep up your luggage according to, and it's not easy carrying, being loading, unloading, and putting on car and so on and so forth. So as for the knowledge, yes, it does not require any effort. Wherever you go, your knowledge is with you. Yujadu haythu kunta, that's what he's saying. The knowledge is found wherever the person is. You don't have to worry that someone is going to take away, and you don't have to carry it with burden or so. Justice is with you. Yujadu haythu kunta. Yazidu bi kasrati al-infaqi minhu wa yanqusu in bihi kaffan shadatta. And he's saying yazidu bi kasrati al-infaq. The more you spend the knowledge, the more it will increase. The more you teach, the more you are engaged in the knowledge, and the more you benefit other people, your knowledge is also increasing. For example, this book I haven't read before. I haven't read this book before. But yes, you have to teach other people, so you are going through, and you yourself first understanding. So by teaching, your knowledge is increasing. The more you spend, the more it will increase. As for the other thing, the more you spend, the more it decreases. You got £100 and you are spending on your friends, obviously it will remain, after spending, going for eating out or whatever, your money that you had will decrease. It's the only knowledge that it will increase. The more you use it, the more you spend it. وَيَنْقُسُ بِإِنْ بِهِ كَفًّا شَدَدْتَ. But if you keep your knowledge in the tight, in the, grabs or so, not letting your hand open, not spending it, then what happens? It will disappear. Knowledge does not remain in your head unless you use it and spend it. وَيَنْقُسُ بِهِ إِنْ كَفًّا شَدَدْتَ. If you don't spend كَفًّا شَدَدْتَ means if you keep your hand tight, it is an expression that you are not giving your knowledge to anyone. What happens? Your own knowledge will decrease, you will forget what you have learned, and it's true. And as for the other things, the worldly thing, the more you spend, it will decrease obviously. You had £100, as I gave you example, you went for eating with your friends, you spent 40, how much is remaining now? 60 only. But knowledge is opposite. Okay, let's move ahead. وَيَنْقُسُ بِهِ كَفًّا شَدَدْتَ فَلَوْ قَدْ ذُقْتَ مِنْ هَلْوَاهُ طَعْمًا لَآثَرْتَ التَّعَلُّمَ وَاجْتَهَدْتَ. So he's saying, فَلَوْ قَدْ ذُقْتَ مِنْ هَلْوَاهُ طَعْمًا. If you have tasted the sweetness of the knowledge, meaning what happens, you start seeking knowledge, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants, meaning if you show sincerity and you show jiddiyya means seriousness, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide you and will make seeking knowledge joyful or pleasant. Meaning you enjoy learning, you enjoy making research, you enjoy increasing in knowledge. So that's what he's saying, لَوْ ذُقْتَ مِنْ هَلْوَاهُ طَعْمًا. If you taste the sweetness of the knowledge, لَآثَرْتَ التَّعَلُّمَ وَاجْتَهَدْتَ. You don't give preference to any other thing. Going out, going out or park or enjoying the other things, you don't. Because now you have tasted the sweetness of the knowledge, so you want to spend your time in seeking knowledge and not in other thing to bring joy or something. Sometimes people go on holidays here and there. I mean, it's not to say that is haram or so, but for the serious students of knowledge, they want to spend their time seeking knowledge because they have, tasted the sweetness, and they enjoy seeking knowledge and they enjoy increasing knowledge. You did not know something and you made research and you reached to the conclusion, you feel that you have achieved something. وَلَمْ يَشْغَلْكَ عَنْهُ هَوًى مُطَاعٌ وَلَا دُنْيَا بِزُخْرِفِهَا فُتِنْتَ. He's saying if you seriously seeking knowledge and you enjoy seeking knowledge, you have tasted the sweetness of knowledge and seeking it. So what happens? لَمْ يَشْغَلْكَ عَنْهُ هَوًى مُطَاعٍ, meaning the other lust and desire will not divert you. Fulfilling the lust and desire will become secondary. Not only secondary, you don't pay attention to hawan muta. Hawan muta means, the lust that is what we say fulfilled. وَلَا دُنْيَا بِالزُّخْرُفِهَا فُتِنْتَ, neither لَمْ يَشْغَلْكَ عَنْهُ هَوًى مُطَاعٍ وَلَمْ يَشْغَلْكَ عَنْهُ دُنْيَا بِالزُّخْرُفِهَا فُتِنْتَ. So it is connected with that one, meaning once you're seriously seeking knowledge and you enjoy seeking knowledge, you have tasted the sweetness of this aspect, this act. So what happens? لَمْ يَشْغَلْكَ دُنْيَا بِزُخْرُفِهَا, dunya will not, cannot divert you. Even though the temptation of the zukhrufa means the temptation of the dunya and its temptation will not cannot divert you, because now you are serious and you take it as an ibadah and you are enjoying as well. So if you are enjoying seeking knowledge, then you don't look for other things for enjoyment. That's what he's saying. وَلَا أَلْهَاكَ عَنْهُ أَنِيقُ رَوْضٍ. Okay, alha yulhi is to divert. Alhaakum at-takasur. وَلَا أَلْهَاكَ عَنْهُ أَنِيقُ رَوْضٍ. Okay, what أَنِيقُ رَوْضٍ means? He's saying the gardens and the parks, okay, all these things will not divert you. You lose attraction in those things if you are really and truly a seeker of knowledge and you have tasted the sweetness of seeking knowledge. وَلَا خِدْرٌ بِرَبْرَبِهِ كُلِفْتَ, neither a woman or young woman, بِرَبْرَبِهِ kulifta, meaning he's saying if you are busy with that one seriously, you may not have that much time or attention to other things. But this is not to say you don't get married, and this is not to say you don't enjoy other time as well, and this is not to say that you prevent yourself from going outside eating or on holidays or so. The priority for the seeking of knowledge, students of knowledge, should be that one, and yes, a little bit here and there. Sa'atun wa sa'a, as the hadith goes on of the Prophet ﷺ says to Hanzala. Okay, that's authentic hadith of Sahih Bukhari. And so sa'atun wa sa'a, meaning pay attention to ibadah and zuhd most of the time, but sometimes, yes, you can enjoy the other halal things available. But once the iman gets stronger, really stronger, yes, you find many people there, or many students of boys and girls there, yes, they say we don't have time for this. Okay, Shaykh Islam Taymiyyah didn't get married, Imam Nawawi. But again, marriage is Sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So this is not to say that these things are, or the student of knowledge should deprive himself from this. What he's trying to say that if you are really in this one, those other things, yes, you're not looking for, or they won't attract you that much. وَلَا أَنْهَاكَ أَنِيقُ رَوْضٍ. Rather, the knowledge, that will become a garden for you. And that's why you find scholars compiling book and giving the title Riyadus Salihin, Rawdatul Nadirin, Bustanul Arifin, meaning for you, instead of students of knowledge, don't look for the parks and trees and the fields to go and spend some time enjoy. For him, the books and the knowledge and the reading the stories of the Salaf is garden for him. And that's why, as I mentioned, the scholars, when they used to finish or compile book, they used to give this title. That knowledge and this book itself is a garden and a source of enjoyment for you. As I gave you example, Riyadus Salihin, Rawdatul Nadirin, Bustanul Arifin, Rawdatul Uqala, wa Bahjatul Nadir, and so on and so forth. Okay, فَقُوتُ الرُّوحِ أَرْوَاحُ الْمَعَانِي وَلَيْسَ بِأَنْ تَعِمْتَ وَأَنْ شَرِبْتَ. Okay, he's saying Faqutul arwah arwahul mani. Faqutul ruh. Qut means the provision. The provision of the ruh, the ghiza of the ruh is arwahul ma'ani. Okay, arwahul ma'ani means the knowledge of the kitab and sunnah. So he's saying the qut ruh, the ghiza for the ruh, the provision for the ruh is the knowledge of the sharia, knowledge of the kitab and sunnah. وَلَيْسَ بِأَن تَعِمْتَ وَشَرِبْتَ. And your ruh doesn't get any provision from your eating and drinking. When you eat and drink, your body is satisfied. The hunger is gone. As for the ruh and the heart, their ghiza is the iman and the reading Quran and Sunnah and seeking knowledge. That's what he's saying. Qutur ruhi arwahul ma'ani. The provision for the ruh is the arwahul ma'ani. Arwahul ma'ani means the arwah of the ma'ani. I mean the knowledge of the book and Sunnah and so on and so forth. So forth. وَلَيْسَ بِأَن تَعِمْتَ وَإِن شَرِبْتَ. Even though if you eat and drink, it's not going to provide any. That is food for your body, not food for your soul. فَوَاذِبْهُ وَخُذْ بِالْجِدِّ فِيهِ فَإِنْ آتَاكَهُ اللَّهُ أَخَذْتَ. فَوَاذِبْهُ. Be consistent. Consistency is also key. Sometimes you find some students turn up for a week or 2 or 3 and then they disappear. And then again after a while they remember and come. Okay, that's also no good. Muwazaba is consistency is key. فَوَاذِبْهُ meaning seek knowledge on a regular basis, be consistent. وَخُذْ بِالْجِدِّ فِيهِ. Be serious, mean take knowledge, seek knowledge seriously. فَإِنْ آتَاكَهُ اللَّهُ أَخَذْتَ. And ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you, meaning make effort and make dua as well. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you, take. So what he's trying to say, that you need to have both. What both? The efforts and making dua as well. If Allah gives you, then take. Meaning the knowledge is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Obviously it will be given for those people who show sincerity and seek it. So you need to have both. I mean faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, making dua, and yes, and taking the necessary means. فَوَاذِبُهُ خُذْ بِالْجِدِّ فِيهِ فَإِنْ آتَاكَهُ اللَّهُ أَخَذْتَ. وَإِنْ أُوتِيتَ فِيهِ طُولَ بَاعٍ وَقَالَ النَّاسُ إِنَّكَ قَدْ سَبَقْتَ فَلَا تَعْمَنْ سُؤَالَ اللَّهِ عَنْهُ بِتَوْبِيخٍ عَلِمْتَ فَهَلْ عَمِلْتَ. Pay attention. وَإِنْ أُوتِيتَ فِيهِ طُولَ بَاعٍ. طُول بَاع means, yes, we said someone got طُول بَاع in fiqh, meaning he has got deep knowledge. He has got deep knowledge in this aspect or in this science or so on and so forth. وَإِنْ أُوتِيتَ فِيهِ طُولَ بَاعٍ, meaning if you have given a big portion of knowledge, وَقَالَ النَّاسُ إِنَّكَ قَدْ سَبَقْتَ, and people start talking about that you have excelled. You have excelled, قَدْ سَبَقْتَ, you have left other people behind, meaning you have more knowledge than your contemporary scholars or team or mates or so on and so forth. So what happens? فَلَا تَعْمَنْ سُؤَالَ اللَّهِ عَنْهُ. Okay, even if you have got, let's say, deep knowledge and people are praising you, فَلَا تَعْمَنْ, meaning that doesn't mean that you start relaxing. Don't become relaxed. But be fearful that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask you what about your knowledge, whether you have acted upon it or not. فَلَا تَعْمَنْ سُؤَالَ اللَّهِ عَنْهُ, meaning, yes, you have acquired the knowledge, people are praising you, calling you mufti and allama and so on and so forth, but that does not mean that in the aspect of worship you become lazy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask you that did you acted upon what you had. And may Allah forgive us, we all should come. Okay, among the questions, لَن تَزُولَ قَدَمَ عَبْدٍ حَتَّى يُسْأَلَ عَنْ خَمْسٍ, is one of them is this, وَمَاذَا عَمِلْتَ فِيمَا عَلِمْتَ. فَرَأْسُ الْعِلْمِ تَقْوَى اللَّهِ حَقًّا.
Yeah, I'm just concerned some people might see that they might use that as an excuse not to gain knowledge. That because
that is
they
also,
gain knowledge, they will be taken into account for it.
That is just waswas of shaitan. You seek knowledge and you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you tawfiq to act upon it. Even if you are not seeking knowledge, let's say, and not with with the excuse that your responsibility will increase or so, still you know that seeking knowledge is also ibadat. So here you will be questioned why you didn't. And the basic things, everyone knows that this is obligatory, that is obligatory, is haram. Like some people don't go for Hajj unless they are extremely old, saying, oh, once you have done Hajj, you need to show more responsibility or so on. Because what people will say, okay, that's wrong. Do Hajj and have faith in Allah that He will keep you on the track and you practice Islam. Okay, فَرَاسُ الْإِلْمِ تَقْوَى اللَّهِ حَقًّا. He's saying the Rasul ilm, the actual knowledge is taqwa Allah, the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, someone may know this is halal, this is haram, this is this, this is that, and dalil as well. But if he's not acting, and another person has, let's say, less knowledge, but he is a person of taqwa, who is the more knowledgeable here, or more respectable, or more closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who is showing taqwa. So he's saying the knowledge is not about having information in your head. The real knowledge is acting upon what you have learned, and taqwallahi haqqan. وَلَيْسَ بِأَنْ يُقَالُ لَقَدْ رَأَسْتَ. Knowledge is not when people saying, look, you have gone ahead, or you have, mashallah, become allama. لَقَدْ رَأَسْتَ means now you have become leader of the ulama, let's say. Someone can be leader of the ulama in the sense that he has got more information. But if he's lacking taqwa, then other people are better. Those people who have less knowledge, but acting and having taqwa, they are. So that's what he's saying. Rasul ilmi taqwallahi haqqan. Meaning the truly, the fear of Allah and the taqwa of Allah is actual ilm. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهِ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءِ. Meaning it is the true ulama who have the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. On the other hand, let's say if someone hasn't got, then he's not a alim, a scholar. Okay, may Allah make ulama muttaqeen. Okay, وَذَا فِي ثَوْبِكَ الْإِحْسَانَ لَا أَن تُرَى ثَوْبَ الْإِسَاءَةِ قَدْ لَبِسْتَ. Okay, he's saying along with the knowledge, and along with the taqwa, and along with the acting upon knowledge, وَذَا فِي ثَوْبِكَ الْإِحْسَانَ ثَوْبِكَ الْإِحْسَانُ. Is that say ihsanu?
No. Yes, yes, here. Ihsan.
Okay, وَذَا فِي ثَوْبِكَ الْإِحْسَانُ لَا أَن تَرَى ثَوْبَ الْإِسَاءَةِ قَدْ لَبِسْتَ. Okay, let me talk about the meaning. وَذَا فِي ثَوْبِكَ الْإِحْسَانُ. Okay, how he is translated is Zafi, Sabi, Wawafi. So it's not Amr, I think. Zafi Thawbikal Ihsanu. Meaning ihsan is a complete libas that you should have. Ihsan is the best clothing. Like Allah said, وَخَيْرُ وَلِبَاسُ التَّقْوَى وَلِبَاسُ التَّقْوَى ذَلِكَ خَيْرٌ. Okay? Zafi means complete. Sabigh. Sabighu thawbika means the cloth that provides you adornment and covers you completely is the ihsan. Meaning when you are good, practicing Allah, worshipping Allah properly and doing good to other people. So ihsan is your complete libas. So don't pay attention to the material libas too much, that it has to be this brand, that brand, and so on and so forth. But if you have ihsan in taqwa, that is the best poshak or best libas. لا أن ترى ثوب الإساءة قد لبست. لا أن ترى meaning don't لا أن ترى, don't be seen in bad clothes. Meaning people should not see you wearing bad clothes. What he means bad clothes, he does not mean with the material one. Meaning if you are engaged in the ma'asi, okay, if you are involved in the haram or something, okay, so your clothes, the cloth for your heart and your soul is wrong one. So he's saying, be careful, people should not see you in wrong clothes or bad clothes. Rather, pay attention to the ihsan. Ihsan should be your dress, and you should be dressed in the ihsan and taqwa. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لِوَاسُ تَقْوَى ذَلِكَ خَيْرٌ.
Ishaq, is that jam of sayyid?
It's not jama, it's masdar. Asa, you see, isa. Sawbal isa means maasi. Like sawbut taqwa, the opposite. Okay, إذا ما لم يفدك العلم خيرا فخير منه أن لو قد جهلت. Pay attention what he's saying. May Allah forgive us and keep us upon straight path. إذا ما لم يفدك العلم, meaning if ilm hasn't benefited you, لم يفدك العلم خيرا, if ilm or knowledge hasn't changed you to be a better person, meaning you have knowledge, you have learned, you have degree, you have qualification, but you haven't become a better Muslim, then فَخَيْرٌ مِنْهُ أَنْ لَوْ قَدْ جَهَلْتَ. He's saying it was better if you have been ignorant in that case. Meaning you have learned and you're not practicing, you haven't become a better Muslim, so what is better then? If you have remained ignorant, that would have been better for you than seeking knowledge, and knowledge is not bringing any good for you. إذا ما لم يفدك ما is زايدة إذا لم يفدك العلم خيرا فخير منه أن لو قد جهلت وإن ألقاك فهمك في مهاو فليتك ثم ليتك ما فهمت. Okay, pay attention here. What he's saying, ألقاك فهمك, if you are an understanding of the nusus of the book and sunnah is leading, instead of leading you to the hidayah, leading into mahavi, meaning deviating you. If your understanding of the nusus, instead of leading it to the hidayah, is deviating you from the right path. How come the understanding? If you understand according to your hawa, if you understand Quran Sunnah according to your own desire, yes, you will be deviated. Meaning there's a criteria how to understand Quran, how to understand Sunnah. The way it was understood by the companions of Prophet ﷺ, everyone, even the Shia, they take the lead from the Quran. Okay, Nauzubillah, they say, look, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said someone should be punished, and they say, oh, who is intended is this, who is intended is that. So those people who are upon Zalala, they also take the lead from the Quran and from the Sunnah. So where is the mistake? Is that you are understanding according to your hawa. You're not understanding what the Quran is saying or what Prophet ﷺ is saying, or how what intended by Allah and His Messenger, how it understood by the companions. So understanding, that's why we say upon book and sunnah, ala fahmi salafi salih. We follow the book and sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ according to the understanding of. And see the people of Kalam, Ahlul Kalam, Ahlul Falsafa, all of them, they use Quran and Sunnah. So he's saying if your understanding is taking you to the health and misguidance, فَلَيْتَكَ ثُمَّ لَيْتَكَ مَا فَهِمْتَ. So it would have been better if you did not understand and you remained ignorant altogether. So is the meaning clear? How can understanding of the nusus can lead? Meaning if you don't follow the criteria and you try to be independent in understanding Quran and Sunnah, yes, you won't be upon the path of the Salaf or righteous path. Okay, satajri min thimari al-ajz jahla. Okay, remind me when, still we got 10 minutes. We started at 40, so we'll stop at 20. Here with 2 lessons we have to be starting at time, not getting late. Satajri min thimari al-ajz jahla wa tasghur fi al-uyuni wa in kabirta. So what he's saying, what ajz means? Ihris ala ma yanfa'uka wa la ta'jaz. Okay, helplessness, not doing anything and hoping that something happens. So he's saying, Satajni min thimali al-zajala. Meaning if you're not taking things seriously, not making any effort, you're staying lagging behind or being helpless or so, what happens? You will remain jahil. You can't get ilm with al-ilmu la yudruku birraha, birahat al-jasad. Meaning, yes, you cannot achieve knowledge by relaxing and by having a comfortable life, so you have to make effort. So that's what saying satajni min thimari al-ajz jahla, meaning the fruits of the ajz is ignorant. وَتَذْكُرُ فِي الْأُيُمِ مِنْكَ, and you will remain small in the eyes of people even though you are older. Yes, let's say someone is 60 years old, 70 years old. If he's jahil, for example, then a 10-year-old kid may know more than what the 70 years old person knows. That's what he's saying. I mean, the fruits of the ajz and laziness is the ignorant. And what happened then? You are young in the eyes of the people, even though you are older age-wise. وَإِنْ كَبَرْتَ وَتُفْقَدُ إِنْ جَهِلْتَ وَأَنْتَ بَاقٍ. Okay, in jahilta, if you are jahil, you are not missed. وَتُفْقَدُ. Meaning, if you are jahil, you are alive. Yes, وَتُفْقَدُ, meaning your being and not being is equal. Anta mafqud. Tufqadu means anta mafqud, meaning you are not existent for people. You are not existent for people if you are jahil, even though you are living. So your living and not living is equal if you are jahil. Okay, there is a word they say about China, al-hadir al-ghaib. Okay, he is present and he is absent at the same time. Al-hadir al-ghaib. Okay, not now, it was before 10, 15 years, that was his tragedy. He would stay away in voting and this and that. So that's what the Siyasiyin would say, that he's present and absent, everything is equal. So that's what he's saying, وَتُفْقَدُ إِن جَهِلْتَ وَأَنْتَ بَاقٍ. If you are jahil, even though you are alive, you are not a missed. وَتُوجَدُ إِنْ عَلِمْتَ وَإِنْ فُقِدْتَ. And even though if you are not there, if you are alim, let's say, your present is felt. Alim's present is felt after his وَإِنْ فُقِدْتَ, after his death. Okay, see, we talked about Shaykh al-Islam Taymiyyah, we talked about Qala al-Imam Bukhari, we say Imam Ahmad said this. Every single day in the madaris, in the people of knowledge, they mention these people. So even though they are not with us, they are mafqud, but still they are like living. They are like living. Qala Ibn al-Qayyim, Qala Shaykh al-Islam, this is what Shaykh Ibn Abbas said, this is the fatwa of Shaykh Uthaymin, this is what Shaykh Albani rahimahullah jamian said, and so on and so forth. Even though they are not with us, they are mafqud, but وَتُوجَدُ إِنْ عَلِمْتَ, because they are knowledgeable people, they left knowledge behind, so as if they are living with us. And many ignorant people living, but like they are dead.
Don't know them, Sheikh.
Huh?
Don't know them himself. Are we reading his poem?
Yes, we are reading his poem, yes. Okay, لَسَوْفَ تَعَذُّ مِن نَدَمٍ عَلَيْهَا وَمَا تُغْنِي النَّدَامَةُ إِن نَدِمْتَ. لَسَوْفَ تَعَذُّ, meaning you will regret. Now you are not taking the issue seriously. Okay, وَتَعَذُّ لَسَوْفَ تَعَذُّ مِن نَدَمٍ.
Did you skip a line?
Is it? وَتَذْكُرُ قَوْلَتِي لَكَ بَعْدَ حِينٍ وَتَغْبِتُهَا إِذَا أَنْهَا شُغِلْتَ. Okay, he's saying وَتَذْكُرُ قَوْلَتِي لَكَ بَعْدَ حِينٍ. You may remember my nasiha after a while, meaning after the time passes by, you get older. Okay, now it is time to seek, you are not taken seriously, but you may remember my nasiha after. وَتَغْبِتُهَا إِذَا أَنْهَا شُغِلْتَ. Okay, وَتَغْبِتُهَا إِذَا أَنْهَا شُغِلْتَ, meaning you may try to seek it, but when you are overtaken by other issues. What he's saying, that if you have time now and you are young now, seek knowledge. After you get married, after children, after this, after that, look after, and someone's appointment, someone's this, many things will many responsibility will increase. So that's why he's saying you may want to seek it after you became mashghul with many other things. Okay, let's go to the next one. لَسَوْفَ تَعَذُّ مِن نَدِمٍ عَلَيْهَا. He's saying you will regret. as يوم يعز الظالم على يديه, meaning biting it is expression of saying you will deeply regret. Meaning you're not taking benefit of your age, of your faragh. Faragh means free time you have, and you become older, you become occupied, more responsibility, worldly or so, you may regret. But even though you are regretting, that regretness is not going to benefit anything. The time has elapsed, the opportunity has gone. Now you are regretting. What benefit the regret will bring to you? Okay, the kuffar on the day of judgment will be seriously regretting. And scholars say because death is out of the equation in hereafter, otherwise kuffar and mushrikeen would have died straight away out of regret that they have missed the chance. Instead of being with the people of Jannah, Nazullah, they were being taken to the... Okay, so he's saying, وَمَا تُغْنِي النَّدَامَةُ إِن نَدِمْتَ. Nadama will not benefit you. إِذَا أَبْصَرْتَ صَحْبَكَ فِي سَمَعٍ. When you see your colleagues have gone ahead. Sama means up or ahead, let's say. إِذَا أَبْصَرْتَ, when you see صَحْبَكَ, I mean رفقاك, let's say. When you see your mates, your colleagues have gone ahead, قَدْ ارْتَفَوْا عَلَيْكَ وَقَدْ, they have gone ahead or up or ahead than you, and you are still safilta, means you are in the same place. So what happens is أَبْصَرْتَ سَحْبَكَ فِي السَّمَاءِ قَدْ ارْتَفَوْا عَلَيْكَ وَقَدْ سَفَلْتَ, and you are same low. So what you will do? What's the next one? Okay, وَلَا تَحْفِلْ. Let's take 1 minute, one line. وَلَا تَحْفِلْ بِمَالِكَ وَالْهَانُ. Is that the one?
No.
وَلَا تَحْفِلْ بِمَالِكَ. Okay, what تحفل means? أي لا تبالي بمالك. Okay, don't pay too much, don't give too much importance to the mal. وَلْهَ عَنْهُ. Rather, be heedless. Meaning, it shouldn't be أكبر ولا تجل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا. فليس المال إلا ما علمت. The actual treasure is what you have learned. That will remain. It won't be stolen, as he said. It will increase, and it will only bring goodness for you. As for the pounds and reals and dollars, yes, they end up no matter how much you have earned. Okay, so let's stop here and 2 minutes break, and then we'll start the other lesson. Subhanakallah bihamdika.